There's a wonderful book called The Bamboo Cradle. It's the story of an American professor and his wife. While they're in China on a fellowship, they find an abandoned baby girl at a train station. They had been married for 9 years and unable to have children, so they decided to adopt the baby. Because they were Jewish, they wanted to give their daughter a Jewish education, but they knew nothing about Judaism. This little Chinese baby girl pushed them to discover their Jewish roots. In the past, I've tried to make an analogy between our thoughts of anxiety, anger, guilt as being like children. They're unconscious thoughts. They're immature. They're coming from our lower side. These thoughts, depending on who you are, can occupy a lot of your mind, a lot of your time. And they really influence your moods and the way you perform. What does one do with these thoughts? If we go with this analogy that our thoughts are like children, what's the purpose of these thoughts? What's the purpose of these children? Do you know that many people choose not to have children? It's possible to say that simply people don't want to take the responsibility. When people don't have children, it allows them to behave like children. They don't have to grow up. They don't have to take responsibility. And there are many people that have children, and they don't know really what to do with their children. They try and figure a way how they can actually get around taking responsibility for them. And they put them in front of the computer and try and figure out a way that they can remain children. But really, in a deep way, the purpose of the cosmic process of being a parent is to grow up, to take responsibility, learn how to function on a higher level. You have responsibility now to bring these children up. They can be unconscious, but you got to be conscious. Just like the analogy with children, often instead of dealing with our lower selves, what do we do with these low thoughts? We try and drown them out with alcohol, with shopping sprees, anything but to deal with these feelings. Yeah, I gave birth to these low-level thoughts and emotions, but I don't want to deal with them. I think I'll work myself to death. Cover it over. Not pay attention to these dysfunctional things. So from here we can understand possibly what the purpose is of these unconscious, low-level thoughts and emotions. They're screaming for you to wake up. Start educating me. Start disciplining me. Wake up. Pay attention to me. Help me. Guide me. Enlighten me. So don't ignore your thoughts and emotions. Certainly don't get angry at them. Consider them to be your children and let them guide you in the direction of your higher self.